real estate is happening all over the country, has been for 100+ years, $9 billion a year. And one of the reasons it is becoming more prevalent is Realty Gift Fund. Bruce, what is our case study for today?
Cami, I'm going to tell you about a deal that is in progress. We are about to close on the donation. We don't have a buyer in mind. We have been talking to the community as the potential owner of this property. We've had feelers out. Has anyone got an interest in this property? It's the kind of due diligence that we do when someone offers us a gift of real estate. And this one's kind of unique, okay? This one is 300 acres of ranch and farmland in Clark County, South Dakota. And I've been to every state in the union except Alaska. We've done deals, Realty Gift Fund's done work up in Alaska, but I've never been there. But I have been to South Dakota. I've not been to Clark County. But what I have learned, which is what I love about the work we do, is learning about all of these people, is that it's a super generous community of people. Our donor is one of the cultural leaders in the community in terms of just investing his life and who he is and his family is in the health and well-being of the community, and has made the decision to donate this ranch. It's an outright gift. It has a value of around $1.2 million. It has 500 head of cattle and 261 acres of corn and soybeans on it. And we're in the middle of a harvest. So it's going to be a super interesting donation for us to accept. The part that simplifies it a lot for us is that the cows and the corn and the soybeans are the property of the tenant who has leased the 300 acres and has the rights to all, and has done all the work and is going to do all the work. And we're simply going to become, when the donation is made to us, a landlord of this tenant who has one harvest left before his lease runs out. But you know, it's not that simple. I mean, for us, that made it simple enough for us to take on the concept of becoming the owner of 300 acres of ranch and farmland in South Dakota. But it's not that simple, because when you are in that business, and we've talked to a number of farmers and ranchers up there, as soon as the harvest is done, there quickly is a preparation of the soil for the next season. And so the next season kind of begins right away. And that's not going to be the responsibility of our tenant. His agreement expires when the harvest is over. So we do need to rather assure ourselves that we have a buyer ready to spring to action as soon as we take the donation and the gift has been made from the donor to Realty Gift Fund, and we are entitled. And then we can turn around as the owner and we can decide to sell it to one of the people who have expressed an interest, or we can hire a broker with whom we have spoken about going out to the general public. And each path has its risks and its rewards. And it's not like selling a house. Let me just tell you that. Okay, you've got water, you've got federally protected wetlands, you have easements, you have fence lines that need to be maintained, and you have all this soil that needs to be managed for the crop rotations that occur from one season to the next. I am totally in love with this donation.
Well, that's just, this explains exactly why the nonprofit world doesn't take real estate. That's so overwhelming for the average nonprofit. Now, who is actually going to be getting the proceeds? You mentioned that he loves the community. Is it the community foundation or?
He's actually, he already has, here's an interesting thing. He has a fund, a donor advised fund at Fidelity, which is the largest commercial sponsor of donor advised funds in America. And it's a personal fund, I believe, he and his wife. This ranch is owned by a family enterprise. I think there's 4 generations of owners that participate in the ownership of this, and all of them are creating a new donor advised fund at a different commercial sponsor, American Endowment Foundation. So they have the family fund over here and the personal fund over here. Apparently they are super generous people. They know where the money is going to go. It's all going to be local, to the local causes in that area. And so I can't tell you what the local causes are, but he knows what they are.
Well, there's about $1 million too, you said, that's going to that community, and these are happening all over the country. How many deals have you guys closed this year?
We are on track with about 25 right now. We're going to get to just over 30 before the year is out. And we should generate somewhere around $28 to $30 million of grants to the nonprofit world. That's our goal. And that's this year's goal. And next year's goal is bigger than that. We're running as fast as we can.
Well, thank you so much for what you do, Bruce. When I learned about this 3 years ago and went in search of the perfect or the most ideal partner, Realty Gift Fund stood out among all that I spoke with, which are few and far between. So thank you for all that you do and for helping the real agents of change bring this change to the world. Our collective goal is to bring $1 billion a year to the nonprofit world, and we can't do that alone. So if you're watching this video and you are a nonprofit or know a nonprofit, if you're in real estate, financial services, if you're a concerned citizen who owns lots of property, reach out to us, let us know, and we can help be the conduit that brings your real estate to the nonprofit world that you want to see funded. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.